EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Back to Mixon on first down. To the 43, second down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Here we go.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Burrow. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 18 yards there, down to the 18, and a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll drop to throw. to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's one way you take away a first down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free and cut him off guard, force the incompletion.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now back to throw. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Trying to run it with Patterson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the end zone, here comes Williams. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he'll power his way up near the 25. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Mixon, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. No, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On 1, right?
They'll run with Mixon. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be Falcon football.
At their own 43-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll set up to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there, as that one was knocked away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. In motion, the tight end. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. That's caught inside the 20. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting them to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air.
Here we go.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Ready?
Patterson is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get a 2nd touchdown already in the 1st half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd.
38.
And they'll run again. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14, Bengals nothing. Young Wei Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Still in the 1st half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Burrow looking to pass. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Young Wei Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the 1st half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession.
Here we go.
But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now Burrow on first down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick six, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch,
Here we go.
this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if finally kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
MT paint. 11 MT paint. 12.
Now Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
11 MT paint. 11 MT.
Throwing on second and long. Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and giving him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
I'm one, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles. But that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away. Pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters. But in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
Damn.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 2nd and 5. And that's going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jackson. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
They'll run with Patterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Here we go.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. One more time with Patterson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Koo now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Rough incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
This time they stay on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 4th down, Drew Chrisman on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's fielded at the 34. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
Wait.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Trey Flowers picks it. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally...
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. T.J. Watt. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They go play action here on 1st down. And complete to Drake London. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
A rough play there for the first-year quarterback, and that's a skill he'll pick up as he gains more experience in the NFL. Recognizing situations where he might have to take the sack and finding a way to minimize the lost yardage in those situations. But for now, a big loss is the result of this one.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, red, light blue. Ready?
They'll look to throw here. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. They'll go with the keeper. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jackson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They did not let him run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
2nd and 6. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Trail green. Smash red. Heel blue.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Trey Hendrickson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
2nd and long. Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Looking to throw. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Koo for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds him going for 38. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
11 Thomas.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and
11.
On 2nd and 9. Burrow got a man open. It's Chase. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
11 hiding.
Burrow will throw. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
set.
On 2nd and 7. Burrow. This is caught. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Gun.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
11. 12.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really...
There he goes, right side. The 20. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
There we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
11.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 1, right?
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and forever. He's got his man. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. The pass receiver turned into a runner, and then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
From the end zone, here comes Williams.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guy. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Room here to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 36 yards on the play.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. And that one complete once again to Higgins. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. After the sack on first down, Burrow, he's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. And the Falcons are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This pass is caught by London. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in the end zone.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Shot 17.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Here we go, set.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Red, yellow.
He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Ready.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
You, yellow. Ball red. Set.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bengals will get the football back. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
11 MCs, hey! 11 MCs.
A final shot now for Burrow. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Atlanta, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.